Hey everyone! Hello Internet, and welcome to episode 71 of Enter the Dungeon. I'm your host and Dungeon Master, Drew. Who wants to give the recap of what happened last time?
Not it. I mean, we both had separate things. We could just explain
We
what
both
happened.
have to do what we did.
Yeah.
Together we went into town, into the middle town, after I nerd bullied the guards into letting me through.
By reading it to him very intimidatingly.
Angry.
Yes.
We went in, we found people to tell us what kind of metal would be good, and would like design and make Thitch's gauntlet. And after that we went and found work with the various and assorted magic guilds. I found a person that I am teaching personally transmutation circles to, because he was a little nerd and couldn't understand normal transmutation magic.
Oh,
So I'm
right.
teaching him the better way. That's basically all I'm doing. Oh, and I'm about to go to the post office to try and get Billy to pay me my money down.
As for what I did, I took the stone, Thanatos gem, and so people could research, aka specifically, I forget what they're called, the group that I was with, but they're very interested in necromancy, and I'm letting them take a look at the powers of this Thanatos gem as I use it.
I think they were necromancy and abjurations, I don't recall.
Okay, might be that. Might be that.
Enchantment.
It was enchantment, okay. That makes a little bit more sense.
So, yeah, I'm using the power of the stone in front of them and making a new spell, and hopefully it gets to be a spell that I like and use often.
I also got the potions praised.
Oh, that too.
I think we did that as a group, but I went and picked them up.
All right, so we should probably meet after a day, and then when would we like to keep our progression? Because I'm assuming we did a fast track on all this time.
Yeah, we're doing a lot of working.
Okay. So, we're gonna pick back up with you guys basically on your quote-unquote final day of your activities, potentially.
Okay.
Basically, you guys are both one success away from completing your skill challenges, so let's see how you do.
Cool.
What happens if I fail?
Do we recall which skill challenges we've done so far?
Andres, you did Nature and Arcana,
Okay.
then
I did.
you did Arcana
acrobatics.
and Acrobatics.
Yeah.
I knew I did Arcana because it was my highest mod, but I didn't remember. Yeah.
No, what's acrobat? Yeah, I guess. Yeah. All right.
So let's start with Chris.
Oh. Okay.
So you're back in that guild with those mages. Sort of, we'll say that you've been able to successfully a few times drain the energy of the test subjects.
Mm-hmm.
And they
I
were
hope they're
willing
all
to
right.
do this.
I mean,
Oh well, first we did it with animals, but does that mean it works with humans?
do you want to test it on humans?
I'm sure there's some people who'd be willing.
Yeah, tell you
For
what, if you
science,
want, we can have that
after
be the
all.
final part of it. So, yeah, so do you bring that up to the main wizard that you were talking to?
Yeah.
Yes, we can probably requisition a test subject. Yes, I'll speak to my supervisor about that. I think that we have a few that we can use.
All right.
So, he gives a letter to a lackey who goes down the hall, and about an hour later, in is brought. There's a wizard in a robe, and he's escorting another man who seems to have some kind of brand on his forehead.
Oh.
Very well, Thitch, go ahead and test the spell out on this test subject.
All right. I can reroll ones, right?
Yeah, this is gonna be an attack roll.
Okay.
You're basically casting the spell on this guy for the first time.
Question.
Yeah.
Do slaves exist in this country?
Oh,
You were
that is a
directly
good
told
question.
that they do.
Right, that was this country. Alright. Cool.
So go ahead and, I guess make your first spell attack.
So the first one was a 1, and then I changed it. Got re-rolled into a 14.
Because halfling.
Yes, and, I believe that you add to that your charisma modifier and your proficiency bonus.
That's 14 plus. What'd you say? Charisma and.
Proficiency.
Okay. Proficiency plus 3, and then charisma is plus 3, so 6. Plus 6, meaning it's 20.
Unnatural 20.
Yes.
Okay, that hits. Still trying to decide which damage would make the most sense, since the third level version of this spell does 3d6.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I'm gonna say that it does 1d6, but the extra thing is that it's 1d6 plus your charisma modifier.
1d6. Let me write that down. 1d6
Yes.
plus
Oh,
charisma.
wait. I actually just noticed something about vampiric touch that makes it slightly. Okay. Actually, we're gonna change that slightly. It's gonna be
Okay.
2d6, but it's just one attack action. A vampiric touch lets you basically just keep repeating the attack several times with the same spell slot.
Okay. So does that mean I could use it?
Yeah, so it'll just be a straight 2d6 necromantic damage at range. That's the way we'll handle that.
And what did we call it?
You get to name the
Or what
spell.
did you? Lesser vampiric touch.
Well, that's my working title, but what do you want to call it? Because it's not really a touch.
It's more of a punch.
Well, it's at range. It's a 30-foot range.
Right. So vampiric necromancy.
Tell you what, how about you think that over as we continue
Yeah,
the session?
because this was slightly different from what I was thinking before. But yeah, give me a little bit. Go over Earthmovers.
But oh no, we're still gonna go through this though. Like have you do your thing.
Yeah,
You-
of course.
Just give me the name when you come up with it.
Mhm.
So, yeah, go. So they brought this man in and told you to test the spell on him.
All right. Let's go. Yeah, I rolled an unnatural 20 with that previous one, right?
Yep, that hits. Roll damage.
So then 2d6 2 6 plus charisma.
Not plus charisma. It's just gonna be a straight 2d6.
Okay. So then 8.
So yeah, you just hold out your wand in one hand, and I presume the gem in the other.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you just and shooting out from your wand is. How does this? Okay, it's like a set of vampire fangs shoots out from the wand, connecting into this person's body, and you can feel it coming back towards you. Like it's almost like this very thin line of something.
Right.
And it's draining his energy, so you heal back 4 health.
Nice.
And the man, he falls down a little bit. He's still conscious, but just and he's panting. Please, no more. Or just finish me.
I look. I'm thinking. Well, I think I'm pretty satisfied with what I did. I'm like, I think I've got this down.
Okay, so Thitch is just super chill with having just tested this spell on a random person. Okay.
Well,
That's an interesting
hold-
aspect of his character.
Well, okay. So what I was thinking is the test subject, and I've separated myself. So I don't know what's going on with the relationship of how he got this test subject, but he's not. Yeah, he's a. I don't want to kill him, of course. So I stop.
Okay, let's jump over to Earthmover.
All right.
So far you took him on a nature walk, and then you just sort of had an in-classroom lesson about chemistry.
Yeah. I'm not going to do this, but the idea of going like really old school coach professor and just using intimidation and yelling the information into him and intimidating it into him was very funny.
No, one
Uh,
better. Get some slaves of your own to test on. Human transmutation.
Intimidation. Now this is why you never do human transmutation. Horrifically scars 20 slaves. No, that's only a +3, and I have a +5 for survival. No, I did survival. I have a +5 for nature. No, I did nature. I'll do survival.
Okay. How?
Another nature walk, I guess. I don't know. I'm trying to think about it because I don't know why I have both. One of them's for Outlander, the other's from Transmutation Alchemist.
I mean,
Means I took one of
surviving
them.
on an island was part of the Elric Brothers alchemy training.
This is true. Oh, I'm gonna give him some anecdotes about surviving in the Feywild and how because this is survival, not nature, right? Yeah, okay. Um, you have to be able to adapt. This is using survival a little bit more loosely. Um, the fact that when I wasn't in my own body, someone else was creative with the talent that I have and destroyed the summoning circle.
Hmm.
So just the idea of quick wits and other things that you need that are related to the survival uh, a skill.
Huh.
There's definitely
And,
something there, even if that isn't an acceptable idea in itself.
okay, no, I'm just trying to think. And like, is there like a practical portion of this lesson? Like, do you?
I would probably take him around and show him like how to identify things around you, so that you know what you're working with and how to use them. Calling back on like understanding what things are made out of. How you have to look around yourself and be aware of what you have to work with at all times.
Okay, maybe you give him like something he needs to do with alchemy. Like an extreme
Right.
example would be lock him in a burning building and he has to use alchemy to escape, but
I'll lock him in a stone box. It'll have a like hole so he can breathe. But I'll like pull him out. And is there what's the landscape like around town or outside of town?
so outside of town it's mostly plains lands and a lot of farmland.
Okay. I presume there is rock somewhere deep beneath the dirt.
Yes.
So I'm just gonna draw that up and make a stone cage around him.
Can you do that with alchemy?
Probably. I mean, okay, maybe I'll move the dirt first, and then draw it up.
Um
Actually, let me go remember what the actual specificity for the elements I could transmute was. Water, earth, fire, air, electricity, metal, organic matter. So, yeah. I would presume Earth is going to get the job done here.
Yeah, even if it's something like you just produce a hole and he has to, basically earthbend his way up.
That'll do.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, digging out's going to take a gazillion years.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe I'll do that. I will, have him stand out in the middle of a plains area, and then just transmute a pit to appear around him as the ground beneath him sinks and becomes a cone that sticks out of the ground, making his job even harder.
So, Earthmover, why are we out here in the middle of nowhere after you had me tell my lawyer to leave everything to you in the case of my untimely death?
We're going to do a bit of a practical exam. Seeing everything around you and understanding what it is that you have to work with at all times, even if it looks like you have nothing to work with, it's important to understand that because you draw on the very basis of existence as your input for our transmutation processes, you always have a tool at your disposal. As long as you have something to draw circles with, that is. So, here, stand here.
Okay.
Draw my circles. Getting ready to make this pit. I make the pit. I'm not going to warn him. It's a practical exam. Survival of the fittest. He gets
What the
to find
heck?
his way out. Now, with everything that you have at your disposal, get back out of your hole. I would have had him bring chalk or a stick or something.
Okay. So he takes what you have learned him, or what he's learned from you, and he starts to draw out in the dirt a transmutation circle like this.
Is it like that? You tell me. This is Socratic method. Except it's not. I'm just being a dick at this point.
It's a human transmutation circle now.
If he was doing something dangerous, I would stop him.
No, it just seems to be a standard circle, but something that you notice is that these symbols, it seems to be a lot more traditional, transmutation runes. Like, I presume that each person sort of has like their own circle. So Earthmovers, it's probably more of just like various symbols that would have made sense to him in his life before he became an alchemist.
Oh, like wizards' spell books.
Yes.
Where it's your own kind of code. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, your own code.
Okay, so... How exactly does your shape elements thing work?
Let me get the exact verbiage. Manipulate element. You use transmutation to manipulate the shape or the form of elements. You can create basic structures such as walls, stairs, doorways, objects, etc. That's it. That's the whole thing. It's not very mechanical.
Okay. So he puts his alchemy together, and he's not quite able to make like a set of stairs, but it's like he's able to force up one bit of dirt like halfway between the bottom and the top, so he's able to jump up on that, pull himself up, and then do that same thing. Like the world's most impractical staircase.
2 stairs for 15 feet.
Yep.
7 feet is doable. Just
Also,
not easy.
I think I'll pick Life Drain.
Okay.
Because I don't... I mean, lesser vampiric something. Not really. I don't. This isn't a vampire technique. It's more of a necromantic technique, which is like pulling, I guess. Or in the sense, I'm gaining as a life draining.
Yes.
Do I know how to heal? I don't.
No. Yes, but yeah, he's basically able to. He managed to escape the hole.
Hole?
Hole?
Aha! I've solved your hole puzzle.
It wasn't a puzzle, it was a hole.
Yeah, who's the real TM now?
Not me. I made a hole and he climbed out of it. I wanted him to climb out of the hole. It's not a puzzle.
I mean, that isn't that what all puzzles are at the end? A hole that your DM throws you into in hopes that you can escape.
Not really.
Yeah, but the only tool I gave him was a stick. Or
To
finger
draw on the ground?
something. Yeah.
He could have done that with his finger.
Yeah. His toe.
Dang.
But yeah,
He
he
escaped.
managed. But he did successfully alchemize.
That's a word.
I think it actually is because auto captions accepted it.
Really? Oh, transform the nature or properties of something by a seemingly magical process. Alchemize.
Yep, he's a regular Claude Frollo.
Alright, well, alchemize it is.
So, you want to tell me what that was about?
What did you just do successfully?
Get out of a hole?
More specifically, how?
Using alchemy?
Mm-hmm. Relatively effectively, I would say.
Is that what it's usually like for you?
It's usually a little bit more refined for someone who's spent a bit more time doing it, but yeah, I mean, with practice, it becomes a lot more controllable.
So the real alchemy was the friends we made. So the
No,
real
the real
human
alchemy-
transmutation was the friends we made along the way.
Those
Oh my
friends we
gosh.
combined with a dog, I guess.
Too soon.
Lots of people apparently stopped watching the show for a while after that episode. I didn't.
Weirdly, so did I.
Which episode?
Well, because that was the end of season 1, right?
Was it?
Which show?
I binged it all at once.
Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh.
Brotherhood. But yeah.
I forget which part again?
The dog.
Oh, well, I mean, like,
Most people, from what I know, most people took a hiatus after that episode.
who could blame them?
I didn't. I didn't realize that was something that people did. A lot of people just couldn't continue watching the show after that episode. I just binged it. I just kept watching.
I just kept watching too.
Okay. I'm not the only messed up person. It's good to know.
So,
Am I calling survival then?
so yeah, now it's been, yep, so you guys have both basically more or less finished your week's worth of work.
Oh, I just so you know, I would have checked up on the guy, the test subject, so to say.
Yeah, you go up to him?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because he's still right there in the room.
Yeah, I know. Hey, are you okay?
You're asking me?
Yeah? Why would I not ask if you're okay?
You just tried to kill me?
Not exactly. I don't. What I'm assuming my spell would have not killed you.
It could have.
Well, I guess anything can kill you at this point, but
Commoners have a d6 of health, I think.
what?
True, confirm, deny?
This guy had 11 health.
Yeah.
Oh goodness, I took out
Did
8
you-
of it.
Yeah.
My gosh.
Thitch not realizing that non-adventurers don't have multiple hit dice.
I look at him again.
Do you hit him?
And look, no, I don't. I look at him again. I'm like, realizing how much damage I've done to him. I'm like, wait a second.
Something's wrong. I can feel it.
Sense the sevens.
I then go. I don't know what to do. I go grab him some food.
The head wizard stops you and says, what you know, they probably have like a food table in the back that you guys just sort of snack on when you get hungry, but
Yeah. I
Thitch,
go grab that food and give it to him.
Thitch, what are you doing?
Clearly he's hurt. I need to heal him.
Yeah, he'll be. We have someone that'll see to him eventually.
I don't like the use of those words in that order.
Well, I mean, he's no good to us dead. Don't worry about that. Well, that's not completely true, but
This is the necromancy guild, after all.
I mean,
he's more
Yeah,
useful to us alive.
yeah, but I thought he was a prisoner because of the thing on his forehead.
Well, he's a slave. The guild bought him from the crown.
The crown?
Well, yes, all slaves start as property of the king, and then they are sold at auction.
Okay, so how does one become a slave? Like, or is someone always a slave, would you say?
Oh no, you. Well, it can be a penalty for severe crime.
So then what did he do?
And he glares down at the man and he says, "Theft from the castle."
That is a bad thing, you know.
I know.
So, how long have you been a slave?
15 years.
15 years? Depend. What do you steal?
I tried to. Here,
Wasn't ready for this backstory.
tried to steal some food from the royal kitchen.
I look at the wizard. I'm like, I'm trying to see his reaction.
Yeah,
Like-
I mean, to him, this is old news. He already knew all of this.
Well, yeah. Is it really that serious?
Well, he stole from the king himself.
Okay.
Those people must be made an
much-
example of.
How? Yes, but no. 15 years as a slave. First, okay, how much food? Maybe how much food?
It was just going to be enough for me and my brother for a few days.
Decent amount of food. But why the king's kitchen? Or how'd you even get? What in the world? Okay, first, how'd you get there? Second, why the king's kitchen? Why not someone else's kitchen?
Well, I was employed there.
Huh?
I was employed there.
As a cook.
Not exactly. It was my job to scrub the potatoes and carrots and the
Potatoes
like.
of the king. Okay, many potatoes do you clean?
Oh, in the 2
Is it
years I was
just the
there,
meal for the king?
Must have prepared hundreds of vegetables in the 2 years I was there, and
Oh, well, on a daily. Okay. Can we just sit down for this for a second? I stop everything.
you're saying you wish
It's
to,
like,
You wish to sit with me?
Look, okay, look, guys. I think your law system is a little off. I don't know. So, wizard,
Yes.
was it just if you stole enough food for 3 days, what do you think that's worth? How much slave time do you deserve?
What do you mean, how much slave time? You don't stop being a slave.
So once a slave, always a slave.
Yes.
Okay, what's the benefit of that? What happens if someone just accidentally does something bad?
Well, I mean, I'm sure that the magistrate would be accommodating.
Okay. But how would they be accommodating? Because clearly, I think they're not accommodating.
Well, not all crimes are as severe as the one this man committed.
Okay. Does this happen often?
I mean, it's not uncommon. Is this not a concept where you come from?
No, stealing food happens all the time. I'm saying it's not as bad as murder.
Well, no, the murderers are often executed.
Okay, yeah, death. Now, what's something less than death?
Life as a slave, or time in the dungeon, or a lashing.
So you're equating a lashing, time in the dungeons, and life as a slave.
Well, no, those were
Why
just
didn't you just
examples.
give this
of
man a
different-
lashing?
Well, those are just examples.
Okay, why didn't you just give this man a lashing then?
Well, I wasn't in charge of that, and besides, this wasn't just any kind of theft. He stole from the king himself.
Well, okay. Was the king's food on his way to the table? I don't know. This is apparently public information, right?
Well, I mean, you could probably... There's probably a system to inquire into the legal paperwork.
Okay. How often... Okay, question.
Yes.
How many people have slaves?
I suppose anyone who could afford them.
Okay. Why not servants? Maybe there could be a better flow. Maybe why don't you just get jobs? I mean, I'm sure a flat rate versus a hourly pay. Sometimes if you just need a servant for a little bit time, an hourly paid per servant might help. I mean, why don't we have
you're
servants right now?
You're suggesting we rent him out to the other guilds that need to experiment with their spells? That could be a good idea.
No. Why do you think we're using a human on the last day? Why do you think we're using a human on the last day?
Well, you're the one that expressed interest in testing this spell as a human, so we brought our spell tester.
I mean, I would have accepted that he's a slave to do this kind of job, but life as a slave for stealing 3 days of food.
Well, I mean, he didn't just steal it from anyone.
Okay. Yeah. But I asked
And
the
what's
slave,
more is that he abused his trusted office.
how many times has he abused it? I asked him, how many times have you done this?
The head chef knew that I sometimes took food home without permission. He was willing to overlook it, but once I was caught with the major theft, he reported everything he had seen.
Then why did you do it?
For my brother.
What if a little bit was good enough? Say like a meal. How much do you take? A meal a day?
Usually just a few vegetables that were going to be thrown out.
You don't have any friends, family, nothing other than your brother?
I mean, I did. Haven't spoken to many of them in a long time.
Why didn't you ask them?
Weren't always able to help. They were in poor shape too.
I look at the ground and I'm like, this country is starting to look not like a good country. Not economical wise, or whatever that word is.
Hang on, that's your problem with this? That it's not economically sound enough?
Look, if there's a class of people that can't even afford to eat, then it's bad.
That's how you mean. Thought you meant that it didn't seem like a good enough economical investment to buy a slave. No, your problem is classist oppression. Okay. I was really worried for a second.
Yeah, no, it's class oppression or something like that. I mean, I don't mind there's a king that eats, but there also needs to be something to feed the back end of this kingdom. Just heal this man right now, please.
I mean, I do not know any healing spells, do you?
No. But I'm sure you can take the life. You know what? Do you know any life? You don't know of any necromancy spells that can transfer life essence?
Like a reverse of what you just did?
Yeah.
Okay, that could be interesting. You know, like another spell that you end up inventing with this.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Andres, if you want to use the Earth Gem to invent a few transmutation spells, you definitely can.
Transmutation spells. Which take an ungod. Actually, I can only access first level spells anyway.
Yeah, or just anything rock related, even if it's not necessarily transmutation.
Earth bending.
But yeah.
No, and I just look at both the wizard and slave, and I say this: your country is gonna probably be gone in 100 years.
Is that a threat?
No, it's the truth.
It's a historical perspective.
No, I mean, when we take over the world, we're not going to have whatever this is.
Great, you're gonna take over the world with slaves.
Also,
That's wonderful.
there's an interesting philosophical wrinkle to whether or not you should join with Clyde. You could
Oh my
remake
gosh.
the world to be better. You could get rid of things like slavery.
Oh gosh.
That's more of an Earthmover question than anyone else because he literally doesn't even have the concept of slavery where he comes from.
Yep.
I mean, monks didn't really have the concept of slavery. We did everything ourselves. I was introduced to it because of pirates.
Yeah.
Those damn pirates causing slaves.
Well, anyway, Thitch, thank you for all your work with us over the past week. I think that this will be a very useful spell to further our understanding of necromancy.
Yeah. But please do heal your slaves.
Now, let's see now. I believe we owe you 5.5 gold.
Wait, for all this time, or?
Yeah, well, it's 5 days of work at 1 gold and 1 silver each.
Oh, right, it was 5 days.
Yep.
Makes sense. Hold on.
Yeah, so he gives you 5 silver coins and then hands you a 5 gold banknote.
All right. 5 gold. That means I've got 61 gold and 5 silver. Awesome.
Okay, and what's Earthmover up to?
It's time to go to the mail place, post office. I would have probably done this after the first day.
I'm
or
assuming I can get
22nd
the
day or
bank.
somewhere around there.
I have to go to the bank, don't I?
So those treasury notes, basically, you can either have them cashed in for gold, pretty much, or you can use them at several realtors.
Okay.
Yeah, just in place of gold. So, but not everyone might accept them. Is the problem?
Right.
So, and yeah. So I'm guessing you're gonna first drop the kid back off at the Transvoker Guild. Yeah, Jeremiah Nelson, Andreas.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it said that he's now going to be a level 1/2 alchemist.
Level 1/2.
Well, yeah, he has to finish up the training on his own though.
Wait, didn't we level up before?
Yeah, you guys are right now level 6.
Let me check if I'm level 6. No, I'm level. I'm level 5 monk, level 1 warlock,
Yep.
meaning level 6. All right, cool.
And his grandfather says to you, so it seems that you've made great progress with my grandson here.
Mm-hmm. He's quite the talented alchemist. He took him for a little practical exam today. He did quite well.
He pushed me into a hole.
No, I made a hole around you, which you were able to escape with alchemy.
From one perspective, you pushed me in because I had to fall into it, thereby making the hole. You
I
pushed
guess
down,
that's fair.
sort of.
I pushed the ground away from you.
Yes. Okay. Yes, the old hole technique. I see that you are classically trained when it comes to education methods.
Of course.
Yes, that's how my grandfather taught me magic.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, we were just out for a walk, and every time he saw a hole, he would push me in it.
I don't
my
think that's
goodness.
magic. I think that's just child abuse.
Well, yes, then I studied
think he
magic so
wanted
that
you
way I could
gone.
fight back.
I still think it's just child abuse. The fact that you learn magic is quite possibly just happenstance.
Oh, no, it wasn't directly causal in that way. I learned magic so that way I could fight back against him for pushing me in holes.
Yeah, that's why.
goodness. I think this kid is traumatized.
Yeah, this is.
No, this is the old man saying all this.
Yeah, that's. I think your dad was just, or grandfather,
Yes.
just abusive.
Yeah. So, what are you gonna be off to now then?
I've got some mail. Again, can I have done the mail before? Can we just role play it now?
Sure.
Because I would have done that as early as possible, or rather, as early as remembered, which would have been after the first day.
Yes.
So yeah, I have various things to attend to. We're going to be heading to a country whose name I definitely remember.
You're staying in the country, I thought, and just going far away and going to the other side of it.
Well, yeah, we have to go to the other side of the country, but then we are going to another country after we finish there.
Huh. Well, good luck with that then. And he hands you And did you want wooden coins or gold coins?
Gold coins.
Not
What's with
wood.
you people?
Not wood coins that were
coins.
painted to look like gold.
No. Is that some kind of novelty here? I don't get it.
Frederick and this jewelry salesman named Nella are trying to establish their own wood-based economy.
I'm not buying it.
Neither are neither is any other merchant in town.
That's a good choice on their part.
And then Frederick runs over and says, "Oh, yes, you guys are discussing the benefits of a wood-based economy?"
No, we're discussing the fact that the wood-based economy is sycophantic at best.
Yes, but that doesn't mean it isn't a good idea.
That's true. The word that I provide does not mean bad idea.
You're very lucky I cannot send you to the bad idea place.
I could, I'm just not doing it right now.
Also, I'm gonna comment that this country's pretty messed up.
Yeah, do you want to say that you met back up with Earthmover at the Transvoker Guild?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you just casually walk up and say that when you realize that they're talking about.
By the way, this country is bad. I don't like it here.
Yeah, no, they're worse than the pirates that I fight.
Oh, come on.
This might as well be a country of pirates.
It's not that bad.
I look at the slaves that are walking around.
Yeah, make a perception check. And are you guys inside or outside, do you want to say?
I think we're inside, I would presume.
Okay.
So 17.
Yeah, with
Oh
the
wait. It might be 20, unnatural 20, because I'm proficient in it, so I get a proficiency bonus.
Yes, so with the 20, you actually notice in the far side of this chamber, there actually do seem to be two wizards testing out another spell on a slave.
See, like that.
Yeah, and more specifically, it actually seems to be some kind of healing magic.
Wait a second. But that is
It's so bad
like-
they heal their slaves.
Well, in order for healing to be necessary, there has to be injury.
Yeah.
It's like giving them it's like the death by 1,000 cuts. You cut them and let it heal.
Okay. So, you said you were going to attend to the mail then?
Yes.
Yes. Or that you already had a few days ago and are just now bringing it up?
I said I was going to do it at the end of the first day last
okay,
session,
that's fine.
and then you said time skip to end of thing, and I
Anyway,
said,
it's fine. Anyway, so, so after you waited in a... Oh, but the last time you did this, there was actually a very short line. This time there's a much longer one.
costs on it. This also means I don't have any of the excess money yet.
Yes, and one guy's asking if he can if he can have a cow mailed to him.
Why do you want to live here? But I'm not saying this out loud. I'm just like,
Yes,
I
my
have this
cousin.
face like.
Yes, my cousin Jerry, he has a farm on the other side of the country, and he has an excess amount of cows, and he wants to send me one. How much would the shipping cost be? He said that he can give me the cow for free, I just have to pay for shipping. Gonna need a supervisor.
Manager.
Anyway, after that gets settled.
I just look at the ground because I'm just utterly confused right now. Honestly speaking, I'm just confused. Today was just weird.
Well, remember, this is happening before all your interactions and finding out how the slavery system works.
Wait, what?
Yeah, this is a flashback to Earthmover at the mail depot.
Oh.
Post office. But yeah, finally finally a clerk gestures you over, and he does that thing where he's surprised to see you because everyone's surprised to see Earthmover.
Because I'm huge.
And everyone's
In
surprised
comparison
about
to
that.
them. Bunch of size queens.
Hello. How can we help you?
Andy. I'd like to send a message to someone in Feral.
Okay, we can do that. That's correct.
Okay, cool. the questioning tone was out of character. The actual word was not. It was correct. So I don't have a location, but I know the person. Actually, I have a rough location.
So, is he going to be checking the? Does he know that he should be checking the mail frequently, or do you have his?
No,
any kind of
I have two options. If they're I possibly have two options depending on what is actually doable. If we could send a message to him, like in his brain, which I don't know how any of that works. That's not my specialty of magic. Then we could do that. Otherwise, we can send it to the. We can send a message to the main. Wait, why am I getting a middleman? I can literally just tell the guard people to send it to me. I'm gonna do that instead.
Do you know who you should ask to have do that?
Head of the guard, whose name I definitely knew.
I don't think you ever met the head of guard. Oh no! Oh
I met-
right.
yeah, I
Yes, you
did.
did the major.
Yeah, it was. I think she was an Arakakra.
Correct.
I don't remember her name, but I don't remember any of the NPCs' names. I had to write down the name of the country where my character's from. And even then, I forget that it's there.
Yes. So, who do you need us to send this? So you want us to send a magical message to someone?
Yes.
Okay, we're going to need you to tell us about the person.
Cool. She is the head of the guard in Feral. She's an Arakakra woman.
Her name is Major Data Leak.
Data Leak, that's what it was, yeah. Major Data Leak.
Data Leak.
Hmm?
Major Data Leak.
It's like Daedalus, but not.
Yep. Anyway, so yeah. Sending instantaneous magical messages like that is quite expensive.
Okay. Is there a way to send a piece of paper to her quickly then?
That would be even more expensive.
Funny how that works.
Well, yes, that would be using what we call a speedy courier.
I think I used one of those before. I don't remember if we actually did though.
No, I don't think you have.
Okay. So what is the price to send a message then?
So let's see now. To magically send a message like that would cost 70 gold.
Huh. Roughly double what I currently have. definitely more than I'm even going to make at the end of the 5 days. Were we ever told how much gold we were getting as a reward?
No.
Okay. So I don't even know if our reward would cover that, let alone sending it back.
Yeah. And then to magically send a package using a speedy courier. Okay. Let's see. 25 base price for the core. Would probably be about 125 gold.
Cool. So 195 gold total to send a message that tells her, hey, we want our gold, and then actually receive the gold.
Yes.
Cool. Cool. Just thinking out loud here, out of character. Do I have any idea, like even the scale of the amount of gold that we would have gotten? Because we literally saved the town from a vampire and a giant horde of zombies. But we didn't do it single-handedly. We did it as, like, leaders of a charge.
Yes.
It's not like we went in and saved the day and are getting some kind of royal blessing. Like, we did the job of a town guard, basically. A good town guard, but a town guard. Or a
Yeah,
cleric.
and that's not technically what you were originally hired to do.
Yeah, so we might not even get paid for that. That bonus might not even get thrown on. Screw that money, we'll get it later. Because I don't think that it's going to get covered by what we're getting paid. So it'll be a net loss to get that money.
So Earthmover just waited in that long line to find out that he...
Earthmover waited hours to find out that it was not even a little bit worth it.
Yeah.
Or, as far as he's aware. And I'm only making 6 gold out of my work.
Yep.
Funky. Yeah, okay, screw the line, bye.
Yeah, okay. So what do you guys want to do next then? Yeah, by the way, it would literally be cheaper for you to get on a boat yourself, go down there, collect the payment, and then go back.
That's terrible. Yeah, nope, not doing that.
Okay, so what do you guys want to do next?
I guess we're going on to the other place, to the coast now, if we've done our work.
Yes.
If we've gotten as much money out of this as we're going to get.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so Zoe meets back up with you. You haven't seen her all week.
Nope.
You actually notice that she seems to have a black eye.
What did you get yourself into?
Don't ask. By the way, earned 5 gold this week.
Oh,
Roughly comparable to what we did. Were you punching? You know what? You said don't ask. I won't ask.
Oh, by the way, if at any point you hear the term the elven boxer, just keep moving.
Sorry.
okay.
Definitely not a nickname that I
Yeah.
picked up this week.
Huh. A little bit more than roughly concerning. Good lord.
Also, if at any point a gnome calling himself the Living Cannonball asks you about me, you also just keep moving.
This is getting more and more concerning.
Also, if someone says that I should be paying taxes on this, keep moving.
The hell are taxes?
Well, I was joking. Do you actually not know what taxes are?
What are taxes?
You know, they're
I'm
what
so
you pay to help
confused.
maintain a country.
Just like be a productive member of society. Why would what?
Well, no, you give money to the government so that way they can help run things.
What does the government have to run?
The street didn't build itself, you know.
No, people built them because they need to go places.
Well, yes, someone decided that they wanted a street here, so they paid someone to do it.
No, they just did it.
I mean, people don't just contribute to society.
Why? It's definitely what they do where I come from.
Well,
They contribute insofar as it helps themselves. If they need a road, they will build a road.
sounds like a very practical people.
Yeah. Why would you pay someone else to do something that you need done if you can do it yourself?
And thank you for joining this political commentary show. I've been no, but so yeah, you guys want to keep and remember, I think that this was still a far cry of the gold you would have needed even just to rent the carriage.
Oh yeah, no. Not even close. On foot it is.
Yep. Anything else you guys want to do in town?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Other than leer at every single wizard and every occurrence I see of a slave, I like.
Well, they aren't too particularly common.
Okay.
I think that's all I want to do in town. So, we walk then. Because, like hell am I doing that?
On foot, I suppose.
Oh, I'm not gonna walk that long. Yeah, no.
I mean, it's only about a 125 miles.
Oh, it's gonna take forever.
Only like what, 6 days?
Wait, no, we were waiting a week to go with the caravan, which was... How much money were we saving that way? Right? Isn't that what we were doing?
I think so.
That sounds right.
Oh yeah, we were gonna go with the caravan and protect them and get some gold that way.
Yeah.
Also, be right back.
Yeah, I guess we gear up to go do that.
Okay. I mean, Chris has left the room, so. He's getting a bag of powdered sugar. Oh, wait, that's popped corn.
What?
Is that popped corn?
No. It's unpopcorn.
Chris, are you really about to eat
Imagine
popped
not popping your
corn?
corn.
Yep. So anyway, you guys were gonna go back to miners, travelers, and drives.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, the guy looks at this. Ah, yes, good timing. I'm guessing you are here to reconsider my offer of buying a carriage.
No.
You're
We're
here to reconsider my
help.
offer of sweeping out the stables.
Not even a little bit.
You're here to reconsider my offer of joining my multi-level marketing scheme.
No, I didn't even know that one was on the table.
Well, yeah, you see, my plan is to basically make like a franchise of franchises when it comes to traveling gigs. So I'll start you guys off with like your own little franchise. You can call it whatever you want, but here's the thing though. I want you to try to get as many people involved as possible.
Why? Why not just like make
Now
a
here's the
productive
thing.
company that
The
does work
startup
well?
cost is only going to be 40 gold from you. That's a pretty good deal.
That's most of the gold that I own.
And here's the
So
thing
no,
though.
it is not.
When you get other people to sign on, you'll be able to keep 10% of the starting gold that they give you.
Okay, so that is 4 gold per person, which is not a lot.
Well, yeah, but what if you get like 10 people to join? Then you've
Then I
recouped your
have
investment.
exactly what I paid to be in this in the first place, and I've done a
Exactly.
lot of effort for literally a net profit of no money.
Well, no. But then the 11th and up, you're golden, literally. And here's the best part. You don't even actually need to render the original service. You just need to get people to sign on. You just need to make them think that it works.
This is literally less than productive for everyone involved.
Except for the guy on top, because all the money trickles upwards.
Just like magic.
See, this guy gets it.
Yeah,
This is
just like the
literally
slave.
almost worth it for no one.
We all might as well be a slave in this country.
The only people that actually profit are you.
Yeah.
You are the only people.
Well, I mean, since you guys are towards the top, you'll also profit. Not so much the guys on the bottom, though.
Can I hear a not worth it?
Not worth it, Zoe says.
How about this? For every single dime that you get, or every single gold coin you get, you donate 80% of that gold coin to the people at the bottom.
Well, that doesn't sound like a very productive business model.
Well, from the amount of money you'll be getting, you'll probably be getting for every. Oh, imagine how many people are at the bottom.
Well, you're saying
You'll
that
have
I
to
should
split-
invest in my employees, and that would somehow, in turn, make a better working environment so they would work harder for me? What is
Yeah.
this episode?
I don't know.
no clue.
I didn't plan for us to keep discussing economics. Not against it, but
Well, we're discussing the economics of this country you made, Drew.
yep. Okay, that's good. Hey, I'm
World
glad you guys are
building.
buying. Thank you for buying in. Pun not intended, but appreciated. So you guys wanted to, but so why are you here then, if not to accept any of those business offers?
Well, we are here to assist the caravan.
Okay, then. And that was which one?
The one going to... Oh, I know this. I know this. Zinkton.
Very good, then.
I can remember that, but not where my character is from. Beautiful.
And you also want to help protect the caravan?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so then I'm going to require 6 gold from each of you up front, but you'll be able to get 2 of that back on the completion of the job.
Sounds
Wait a second.
manageable, I guess.
I have to give you 6 gold. But we're only gonna get 2 of it back.
We're paying 4 gold.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I thought we were working here.
No, we're getting reduced rate.
Okay. Alright, that makes more sense.
Very good, then. Is there anything else you'd like to know?
I don't think so.
How many people in this caravan?
It's going to be an 8-person caravan.
Are any of them warriors, or just all of them are just normal people?
I mean, there'll also be the caravan guide, who can usually hold his own.
Okay.
And I guess we can wrap things up there. Unless there's anything else you guys want to do before you head off next session.
No.
Well, in that case, I've been your host and Dungeon Master, Drew, and I'm being joined by...
Thitch? No, he's Thitch. I'm Earthmover.
What you said was factually true. And
Bitch.
bye.